Hello! Well, what a year it has been. 2014 seems to have absolutely flown by, and if this is my final video before Christmas, then I wish you all a very Merry Christmas and all the best for 2015. And for you today, I have another 6 more amazing glitches and errors from Super Mario Sunshine, as this is cartridge tilting. To get us started, here's a nifty glitch you can try out on fludd. So typically when using the squirt nozzle, water is projected forwards and in front of Mario. But once you can acquire the turbo nozzle, pick it up and then swap back out to the squirt mode. Next, hold down R to start shooting water, and while continuing to do so, quickly hit up and down on the analog stick and then press X to swap out the squirt nozzle for the turbo nozzle. And as long as R is still being held, rather than Mario being propelled forwards by a turbo boost, fludd will simply squirt water backwards. This second error also utilises the turbo nozzle, but it is actually optional. So first of all, head around to the promenade residing by the beach and make your way past the Pianta stall holders selling fruits until you have walked past the 4th stall containing a selection of watermelons and durians. Once there, position Mario so it is at a 45-degree angle to the building behind, but facing the stall in question. Next, start walking forward while at the same time charging the turbo nozzle. The moment it ignites, try to steer Mario along and against the wall, where as soon as he hits the double doors centred between stall 3 and 4, Mario should clip through the panelling and sail down below the island, which now gives you the chance to jump all over the place and get a different perspective of the islands, though don't stop moving, otherwise Mario will die. This glitch can also be done by squirting water in front of Mario and then opting to slide upon it. Amongst the game, there are many tricky secret levels tucked away. The one we're interested in is accessible via a warp pipe perched on a tiny island southeast of Delfino Plaza, and is reachable by hopping onto several boats that travel to and from the mainland. Oh, and Yoshi is also required, whom is needed to evaporate the force field that covers the entrance to the hidden stage. All in all, this can take some time, so here's an alternative. So after feeding your friend, head to the building that rests to the left of the fountain, bearing the various nozzles you have acquired. Next, center yourself between this residence and position the camera so it is looking towards Mario's left-hand side. Then, spin the analog stick around and hit A to jump, allowing a large spin jump. While continuing to hold A, this will give the pair height, and while they spin, try and guide them between the 2 central windows and make sure they have enough height to reach the tiles. As long as you have, Mario and Yoshi should pass through the roof and sink down and below the plaza. Then, make a heading for the island in the distance, though I will normally veer off to the right as if I am going out to sea, but at no point stop jumping as Mario will die. Oh, and try not to gain too much height, as often Mario will clip back into the various sewer pipes that are laid around the plaza. As the island draws ever closer, eventually you should jump up onto the sand that rests below the water, and now you'll be able to walk, and at this stage do not jump anymore, as if you surface, Yoshi will disappear. So just simply continue walking on the sand, up the slope and onto the island, where Yoshi can now eradicate the force field and you can now take on the lily pad ride stage. During episode 4 in Serena Beach, known as The Secret of Casino Delfino, Mario has to use fludd to spin 2 giant slot machines in order to gain 2 separate rows of lucky 7s and then complete a large puzzle that is uncovered after doing so. Once completed, Mario will be able to enter a warp pipe for an encounter with Shadow Mario, though there is a much quicker method. So after entering the casino, move over to the water feature to the left of the red curtain and climb up to the brickwork behind it. From here you'll need to backflip onto the wall behind Mario. The moment he hits the wall, press A again to jump off it to gain extra height, while also moving to the right. When Mario is at his highest, activate the hover nozzle using R, then quickly travel across the casino to the centre of the red curtain. If Mario is high enough, he'll be able to grab hold of what appears to us to be an invisible ledge. If you do, pull Mario up, then turn him sideways. Swap to the squirt nozzle, press the left trigger and hold right on the analog stick, and this will mean Mario can sidestep across the platform. Once on the opposite side, turn Mario back to his original position and then jump forwards off the edge and briefly hover for a bit, and then allow Mario to drop down, where hopefully he will land behind the curtain and in front of the warp pipe without even having to tackle the giant slot machines. Upon starting the game, or at any time for that matter, head on over to the police station and jump up onto the blue canopy and bounce up onto the roof. From here, leap up onto the bell tower's ledge and then press Y to enter the first person view. If you're looking across the plaza, then look up as far as you can go and then pan to the left so that the camera glitches through the bell tower's wall, and well, for some reason, with inside of it you can find a rocket nozzle box. As to why it's there, well, that's actually a really good question. Perhaps it was intended to be its original position, or they just simply moved it there during development and then forgot to remove it. Like many of the under Delfino glitches that can be achieved, this one is my favourite by a long way. As one, you can't die like the others, so you don't have to jump all over the place to stay alive, and secondly, you can admire the plaza in a rather bizarre way. So unable to see this, pick up a rocket nozzle, then wander over to the boathouse and position Mario so he is roughly in front of the main entrance. Next, begin to charge up the rocket, then start walking forward. What you are kind of aiming for is the underside of the roof, and yeah, this may not work first time. But what you are looking for is an internal view of the boathouse. If Mario lands inside of the boathouse after blasting up, he can simply walk outside again. But if you can make Mario fall outside of the house while up in the air, Mario will land into the water. And what you will find is that the surrounding area completely changes as the jetties, paths, grass, buildings and all the towers completely disappear, and all that is left is the locals, fruits, the trees and the entrances to the levels. Oddly enough though, you can still walk around this entire area, but yet in what has become a kind of invisible world. Still to come on Cartridge tilting and glitches.